identify the word extraordinary with things like, and people like, musicians like Bob Marley or Britney Spears, scientists like Albert Einstein, athletes like Michael Phelps, and material things like the Playboy Mansion, money, cars, a plasma TV. But then there's one person that we never acknowledge, one person that we always overlook, one person that we refuse to get to know because we think we'll have such ordinary, dull, normal lives with him. And that person just happens to be the most extraordinary human to have ever walked the face of the earth, Jesus Christ. Starting from Christ's birth, he was extraordinary. In Luke 34:35, it goes, "How will this be?" Mary asked the angel, "since I am a virgin." The angel answered, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. So the Holy One to be born will be called the Son of God." So you've seen, since Mary was a virgin, she wasn't able to conceive a child, and it required the power of the Most High to come and make it happen. And when the power of God has to get involved, we know that this is no ordinary thing. The life of Christ was also extraordinary. He did mind-blowing miracles, like raise people from the dead. He gave the mute the ability to talk. He gave the blind sight. He fed 5,000 people with two fish and 5 loaves of bread. He walked on water. And see, the miracles he performed, they were great, they were mind-blowing, they were out of this world. But what I find even more mind-blowing, what I find even more amazing, is that we, a generation of sinners, we have the power to do the same things that Jesus Christ did, and so much more. I tell you the truth, anyone who has faith in me will do what I have been doing. He will do even greater things than these, because I am going to the Father. John 14:15. So if we just believe in the Son of God, if we just believe that he is the Son of God, we'll be able to do all of these things that he did and perform all of these miracles that he did. But then this is where it all sets in though. Because Jesus Christ lived an extraordinary life, does that mean we are living one too? Take, for example, the story of a young 12-year-old girl who lives in Russia. She was being forced to enter this communist group for children, and she refused to enter it, but she had no voice in it, she had no choice. And while they were in the middle of the whole ceremony, while they were in the middle of swearing this young girl, this young 12-year-old girl in this country where you could get shot for expressing your beliefs in God, she started praising and worshiping God in the middle of the whole ceremony. In this country where you're not allowed to be a Christian, where you're not allowed to believe in God. And this is a 12-year-old girl here, this is a child, and she did this. And since she did this extraordinary thing, and we live in this country where we have so many privileges, and if this child could be extraordinary in a country like that, surely we can too. But then, how do we live such a life, such an extraordinary life? When the flow of the world is going one way, we, the followers of God, we're going against it. When our friends are out there, when a group of friends, they go watch a movie, we refuse to go because we'd so much rather stay home and pray. When everybody else is out drinking, we're in the middle of intercession. When everybody else is out drinking, when everybody else is out partying, clubbing, conforming to the patterns of this world, following the flow of the world, we're in our rooms locked up, screaming, yelling to God, crying out in his name, so the Lord can save the souls that are being cast away to hell every minute as we speak. And it's so ridiculous sometimes. What's so crazy, what just blows my mind sometimes is how we try to find things that are extraordinary in this world. We go to drugs, we go to sex, we go to all these things. We party, we try to find things that aren't ordinary in this world. And the whole entire time, we have this absolutely amazing God, just loving God, just staring us in the face, just saying, hey, I'm willing to give you what you're hungry for. I'm willing to hunger that desire for something extraordinary. If you just believe in my Son, I'm willing to do it. And here we are, we ignore him, we overlook him, because we think we'll have such boring, ordinary lives with him, when the truth is, we'll have such extraordinary lives. And if we choose to live an extraordinary life, if we choose to live that life for Jesus, we can make every nation from every corner of the earth fall down to its knees at the feet of Jesus if we just choose to live that life, if we choose to take action. And like I said, if this young girl who in this country of Russia, she could do it, so can we in this country where we have freedom of religion and so many rights. If we just believe in God, if we just believe that he's the Son of God, we can do all of this. If we just go up to our friends and we talk to our friends about God, if we just take the shame, the humiliation away from our hearts, if we just choose to be extraordinary, we can do all of this. We can do all of this. We can be such extraordinary people through Christ if we choose to live the way Jesus Christ did, if we choose to not follow the patterns of this world. And as children of God, we are required to be extraordinary. So it's not an option for us to live ordinary lives. It's not an option for us to flow with the world. It's not an option for us to be anything less than ordinary.
Good job.